What's up, everyone? Whoever's here with us today. Switch my camera here. What's up, everyone? Welcome to another Tutorial Tuesday. I am Chris Pontino here at the Sac Metro Church. We are doing these Tutorial Tuesdays just to go over different ways that we can stay connected as a church, especially during this pandemic that we are living through currently. And here. Grateful for those of us who have joined us and those of us who will watch later. Hopefully these videos will become a useful tool for us as we figure out this whole digital space. I'm gonna switch my mic. It might bump. Hello. Better. Okay, I think that's much better. Today we will be going over Facebook. I know on Sunday, if you guys were there at church on the live stream, I had said we were going to talk about, potentially talk about membership with Ken, our lead evangelist. But plans change. We're not going to go over that yet until we start rolling out some things and on our wider platform, and then we will be able to come in here on our Tutorial Tuesdays and just have further discussions about it, because different aspects of how to be connected with our church that is not just technology. We can go over the format of our church, and just so people know, and things like that over time. So we will be, it might not always be a tech tutorial. It might just be in general regular church stuff sometimes. So just fair warning for those who might be looking for that. But yeah, it's been quite the week and a lot going on, and I just want to I'm stalling the reveal of what the actual topic is today, but because it is a big topic, I was kind of putting it off. I was hoping I can get to some other things before this, because it's kind of a big deal. It's going to take probably a few videos, actually, because we don't want to go too far or go too long on these tutorials, just quick tutorials to help out. I do want to say that these have been working. We've gone over the website. We've gone over registering for outdoor service on our website and all the different aspects there, which was good. We did Zoom, we did camera angles, and it was pretty helpful. Like last week, I had someone ask some questions about Zoom and, hey, how do you do this and that, and we were able to walk through some of the more finer details about it, but because we did our Zoom episode, I was able to direct them to our Tutorial Tuesday there, and they were able to get everything that they needed. So it is becoming a thing that is very helpful for us. Move my cameras here. I don't want to get so close, but yeah, if you're joining us from Facebook, you look in the chat, you'll see a link there. If you don't mind clicking on that and giving Facebook permission, or opening up the permission to be able to have your comments show up on our feed and on here on the screen right now. We don't. There's here. I can show one of them. That's one that I posted. But you'll pop up right there just like that, maybe a little smaller, and we don't want it that big. But yeah, basically you just click on there, you'll give Facebook the permission to put that on there, and you can pop up and join our show through the chat. But today I'll just get right into it. We will be talking about Facebook. I'll do a couple overviews. I'm gonna share some stats, so bear with me. Just some stats on social media and where kind of the digital climate is right now in with people using social media and stuff. And then we are going to do a we're going to be doing a giveaway. That's fun. So we're going to do a giveaway. I have a Amazon Echo Dot here. See, just so you can see, it's a real product. It's right here. Been waiting for something like this that we can talk about, because it's kind of a, you know, it's a bigger, it's a bigger product or gift. So for the giveaway, so I wanted to, you know, make it worthwhile for, you know, it should be something that people, a little bit something more than just a like or, you know, or a quick follow or something like that. But what I'm going to ask us to do is set up our notifications on Facebook so that you can make sure that you get all the content that comes out from our church. And in doing so, that will be your entry for the Echo Dot. And yeah, so we'll walk through that today of how to do that. That will be part of the video. But also I wanted to direct us to YouTube. Our YouTube channel is growing, which is amazing. So thank you guys for all of your support. You can go to YouTube and just look for the Sac Metro Church and you will find us there. But our first milestone is 100 subscribers, because if we get 100 subscribers, then YouTube will give us our custom domain, so we can have something like youtube.com/SacMetroChurch, and be a lot easier to share that out than asking people to go there and then search for us. You know, so that's cool. You need 100 subscribers on YouTube before you can reach that level. So we are at, as of this video, we are at 99 subscribers. So thank you guys for that. But we just need one more to get there. So if you are watching or you're joining us right now, feel free to subscribe to our YouTube channel and help us out there. That would be awesome. With that, I think we'll just get right in here. I'm going to share some stats because a few years ago, actually, when we started making our move towards the digital space at the Sac Metro Church, I did do a presentation about some stats on social media and how that's affecting our lives and how many people are on there. I think at that time we were saying 7 in 10 people were on social media, were active users on social media, meaning that you're using social media. I think it was once a week or something like that, whether you log on or you stay there for hours or whatever. But it was about 7 in 10 people, or no, 7 in 10 people had some kind of social media account, and I think it was Facebook, actually. And so that was kind of a huge epiphany, because imagine if we knew that there was a place in our city where 7 out of 10 people go to on a regular basis. The question was posed, like, do you think we would have a church there, right? Should the church have a presence there? Or do we stay on the outskirts of society, right? Hoping that we can get stragglers in to hear the word of God. And I think we learned at that time that it is important, right? Social media is important. As much as some of us don't care about it or whatnot, it is important because people are there. And if we look at Jesus, he went where the people were. And so that was kind of the push. We were starting to go towards social media and trying to learn all that stuff. And I kept saying, it keeps changing. Like every 6 months, there's something new that comes out that just changes the game. So we've been trying to stay on top of it since like 2014, I think, is when we really started. It was before Keith and Sharon were here. That's when we started. So that's like 9-10 years ago. And so now we're here and dealing with the global pandemic where everyone was forced to go digital, to go online and all that good stuff. So, you know, I don't think it's going away. I also don't think that you have to participate. Like you're not a bad person or bad member of society or a bad disciple for not going on there. But the point of these Tutorial Tuesdays is if you are interested in some of these things, you know, the learning curve is kind of steep. So we want to make sure that we can do whatever we can to help everyone get acclimated to it, and just best practices on some things, and especially engaging with our church so that we can reach other people online and help them come in. We do have people who have found us online, watched our sermons, and was baptized because they heard the word of God preached, and it's pretty awesome. So we're going to continue this even after the pandemic. It might look differently, but we are going to still have a digital presence because it's a thing, and people go there, and we spend a lot of attention on there. And I'll show you with my next segment here some of those stats, and you'll see what I'm talking about. So first, let me switch over my view here. I can press the buttons. Okay, definitely not the right button. All right, here we go. Now we are in it. So let me get out of here. So this is the digital 2021 stats by this website called datareportal.com, and a lot of the information comes from Hootsuite. You'll see that right here. And Hootsuite is a social media management platform where you can connect multiple social media platforms to that and manage it all from one website, one tool. It's pretty cool. I was using that for a few years, but now I've changed and we're using other digital tools. But let's get right into some of these numbers here. I might have to make it a little bigger to see some of this. Let's see. Hopefully you can see that. But anyway, so digital around the world. So it has a few stats here that I want to point out. So right here, the total population of the world is 7.83 billion. Right, that's a whole lot of people. And they have some other stats here for unique mobile phone users and internet users. That's not that important for today's episode, but I wanted to look at the active social media users, and that's kind of a big thing here. So active social media users compared to the 7.8 billion people on the planet is 4.2 billion. That's 53.6% of the population who are active social media users. So that's a lot of people, I would say. So just keep that in mind as we're thinking about this episode. Let me go down to the global social media users. This is a huge report here. If you're interested in this link, let me know and I will send it to you. Global digital growth. Social media users. Let me see. Where is that? Over time. Yep, this is it. So back in 2016, that's when we started presenting to our church. Trying to make this bigger for you, so sorry if it keeps changing on you, but we'll fix it. There you go. So the global social media users over time. So back in 2016, we did talk about this, and at that time there was 2.3 billion social media users in the world, and over time you can see how that has grown year after year, and in 2021 we have 4.2 billion active social media users. So kind of big numbers, right? Let's see. Let me go down to the next stat I wanted to share with us is the daily time that is spent using social media. So we see here it is right now at this point, 2020, it was 2 hours and 25 minutes is the daily average time spent using social media. That's a whole lot of time, 2 hours. I mean, it makes sense because of everything being online. People are at home, and pretty much all your connection to the outside world is the internet. So social media is one of those places that people they spend most of their time on. And so average 2 hours and 25 minutes, a lot of time. The next stat I wanted to show us, not that, is this: the average time, share of time spent in mobile apps by category. So average time spent using a mobile device each day. Sorry, trying to make it bigger for everyone so you can see. So the average time spent using a mobile device each day is 4 hours and 10 minutes that people are using this device here, right? We're spending that time. That's a lot of time on your mobile device, and it makes sense. So, I'm not that surprised that people are using their phones that much, especially right now in the global pandemic. But in the next important stat I want to share is this one right here: the share of mobile time spent in social and communications app. So, I mean, that makes sense, right? It was the average time spent on social media from the last slide was 2 hours and 25 minutes. And this stat shows that 44% of the time that is spent on your mobile device, the study shows that it's spent on social and communication apps. Just makes a lot of sense that's what's happening. Looking at the last slide that we saw, and then I wanted to share. Let's keep going down. Sorry if I'm hurting your eyes by scrolling so much, but there was another thing right here. Will it do it for me? Let's see. Okay, it's really big. So reasons for using the internet. So why people are using, the top one is finding information. Is why people are using the internet. And I don't think we're surprised by many of these stats, but just kind of wanted to show just some stats about media, social media, and the use of the internet. People are looking for information. And so the question that I want to pose for us is, if people are using their mobile phones primarily and spending that much time on social media and searching for information, what kind of information do you think people are searching for, right? Like, there's a lot of questions out right now. I'm sure if we did a Google search, you can do a Google search or a search on any search engine of your preference to find out what people are searching for the most. And I'm sure like loneliness is a big one, sadness, anxiety, depression. Like, we know that those numbers are up right now. But what about like thinking about their spirituality? Is that something that people are looking for? I think so. And they're looking for that for the answers on the internet. And so it goes back to like, why do we spend so much time or energy on social media and doing those things as a church? Well, because people are looking for answers there. People they go to the internet now first for life's most pressing questions and trying to get their answers solved there. Where before, if you're looking for how to further develop your relationship with God, or just life questions, like the church was that staple place in community, right? That's where people go to. And over time it has changed, and now people are on the internet. And so the question that I asked myself a long time ago was, well, if people are on the internet and then our churches don't have a presence on the internet, then like, how effective are we at reaching people, right, and influencing people? Let me go to my next thing here. This is our Facebook episode, so just kind of setting the landscape here is, I guess, is what I'm looking for. Facebook was started or founded in 2004. You can see that right here. But check this out: 2.8 billion monthly active Facebook users at the end of 2020. That's how many people are on Facebook. And this is why I always say that Facebook is still the #1 social media platform. and is the most powerful tool, advertising tool that has ever been created, and it's pretty mind-blowing. It's just how much stats on individuals Facebook has and the ability to reach people, and it's just so optimized and effective at reaching people if it's used correctly, right? I think most people use social media to share what they're eating that day, or funny posts or things like that, and that's all great and fun too. But thinking about it from a church perspective of trying to reach people, you have so much power in that tool, and a lot of it is free. The next stat here about Facebook, 1.8 billion people, or 1.8 billion of Facebook users, that's 66%, use the app on a daily basis. That was a pretty big stat. I didn't think it was that high, but 66% of all users on Facebook use the app on a daily basis. And that's like convicting me as I'm thinking about that right now, and how little bit of content that we're actually putting out right now. There's just so much to manage. At one point I was trying to post every single day, and then at one point I think my goal was 3 times a day, and it's just a lot just to come up with a post. So there's a lot of traffic on Facebook is basically what I'm getting down to. And yeah, it's just overwhelming. I'm just trying to think like, wow, that's a lot of people. Like, I should be spending my time either creating content or posting things or catching up some of our stuff, and I'll show you what our pages look like. But some encouraging news that I can share. I'll go to our Facebook page here. So here's kind of the stats. These are all the pages that I manage, but if you check out our church, we have 633 likes and 938 follows on our Facebook page. I guess before I say that, our church right now has a Facebook page, and it has a Facebook group. So if you're watching on Facebook right now, you are most likely watching from our Facebook group. If you're watching on YouTube, that's on our YouTube channel. That's public. But let's get right into it. Yeah, just think about those numbers. Okay, so Sac Metro Church, so we'll go there. I'll switch the view. Well, no, I don't have to switch the view, but this is the page. This is what I see on the admin side. It's all kinds of tools for doing, creating content and all that stuff. But the stats that I wanted to look at, if we go into our insights page, you kind of saw those numbers already. That's pretty much what I'm getting at. So this part here shows all the analytics every week. Right now it's set to, the default is last 7 days. So you guys don't get to see this, only the admins do. But I'm showing you behind that we can take a look at some of the numbers here. So when you go to the followers, these are people who have liked and followed, and which means that our content goes onto their page. Show the number 955. We have 955 followers on Facebook, which means that they had opted in to see our content. Now, our church is only 200 members, right? So this extra hundreds of people who have followed our page, like, where are they, right? Like they're all over the world. They're online. They're real people who have clicked, right? We haven't paid for any kind of like whatever those scams that are out there that you pay to get followers. Those are usually just bots, and they don't really do anything for your page. And you can have that many followers, but if there's no engagement because they're not real people, then that doesn't mean anything. But that's a pretty high number, and it's pretty encouraging to know that we have been reaching people, and there's at least 955 people that we can reach and influence every single day, really. And so that kind of puts things into perspective as far as like why should we invest at all any time or energy into Facebook, right? Well, it's because we have the ability to reach more people online than we do in person. Like, I don't think I have met 955 people, or what, 755 people, right? Minus the 200 from our church. I don't even think I've talked to that many people in, like, definitely not in one day, but maybe, maybe not even in a year, to be honest. But we have the ability to reach people online, and so I'm trying to stress the point that the digital space is important. Social media is important for our church when we're talking about evangelism, when we're talking about reaching people with the gospel, when we're talking about sharing, sharing our faith. Like, we can utilize social media to reach people, because our little church of 200 people has 955 followers. Right? If you go to the likes, it's a little different. 633 likes. So I heard right now they're trying to make that a little bit more clear, between the distinction between followers and likes. I believe likes are just like people who just click it and say, I like this, and you have to edit your notifications to see it. But if you are a follower, if you've clicked the follower tab, then you have allowed our content to show up on your stream or on your feed, your news feed in Facebook. So pretty crazy, and pretty encouraging also. So, thanks for everyone who helped to get us there. But we don't need to stop there, but you can see why it's important to share the content, why it's important to engage with our content, even leaving comments, and trying to spark conversation. It doesn't take that much of our time, really, and the stats show that we're spending a lot of time already on social media, and especially on Facebook. So I think we should use this as a tool and kind of find a way to integrate Facebook and our digital tools into our evangelism. Because it's far-reaching. It's way, you can reach people, exponentially more than you can in person. And it's not a replacement. I'll say that it's not a replacement for our face-to-face, but it is an introduction. It is a step in the door. It is an invitation into people's lives, right? So that's the power of Facebook. And so with that, next, I will go into basically the different components of how it all works, right? So we have a business page that I talked about, and then we also have a group page. So right now, let's go back to the business page, and let me go back to mine so I can view it how most people view it. There you go. So this is our page. We have our header here that you guys will see when you log in, and let me not move the entire thing again. We have our little icon. I do need to update that. I realize that these graphics are old, but things fall through the crack. And now that I'm going over these stats and looking at them again, I'm starting to convict me of how I need to reprioritize some of my time into creating graphics for this space here. But you can see our handle here. Your handle is pretty much your name on social media, right? So at SacMetroCC. So that's the same on Instagram. So if you do a search for at SacMetroCC, or you can tag us in a comment by typing in at SacMetroCC, and then we will be tagged and notified that you are talking about us or to us from wherever you're at. So that's pretty awesome. But right now, if you look at our page, it's mostly just our live streams. So that's just kind of how it is. So here's a YouTube link for the first part of the series that we're in right now, Acts. If you click on that, you can see it goes to YouTube. So it goes to our YouTube page, and you can watch from there. Full disclosure, YouTube is a much smoother and cleaner interface for watching our sermons or live stream. Just Facebook, for some reason, doesn't play very nicely with things. So let me change that. So yeah, if you click that, it will go to our YouTube page. So that's kind of what I'm doing right now. So we'll have our live stream on Facebook for like maybe a week. So we'll have last week's that'll keep up, and then eventually I will cut just the sermon portion and then put that in. So if you're just looking for the sermon portion of the service, you can just listen to the sermon. I'm not sure if there's a wide audience of people who want to see all of the ins and outs or all the parts of the entire service. My guess is that you start the live stream and you go straight to the sermon. I don't know, but but it's very common and a good practice of just isolating your sermons and allowing people to view that pretty easily. So that's what we have going on there. This was April 18th, so last week. But yeah, it's just basically all of our live streams are here on our Facebook page. Here's finally an actual post. But yeah, I need to be working on that. But you guys can help me try to come up with posts if you have a cool story from your family group or something like that we can use, and get some good photos or even just text. Like here's a post that I did because we've been going on prayer walks at 6 a.m. Every Tuesdays and Fridays with different people, and so I took some photos here and posted it just so we have something going on. But you can see the engagement is very low. We have 4, 5, 6 people that have seen it, and when we get into talking about algorithms and all that stuff, it's crazy. Basically, Facebook optimizes videos, so that's why we see higher numbers on our views and stuff like that. So yeah, we're gonna be working on trying to develop different content to put on here. So if you have any ideas, I am all for them. But this is our business page, and it's meant as sort of your website on Facebook. That's how it's used. I know some people have tried to leave a comment or post for themselves on our page, and that's not really how it works. It's not an open forum. Only the admins are really able to post something out that will go out to everyone else. But if you try to leave a comment somehow or a post onto our page, like I have the ability to because I have admin control, that post doesn't really go to everyone. And with the algorithm working the way that it does, you might reach actually no one. So you can think of our Facebook page or business page, I think is the actual title of what this page is. It's basically like a website within and Facebook, and it just gives us the ability to post out information. So almost like a digital billboard in a sense. But so that's that, and you'll see like the most like official and relevant information from our church as we start get it going. Right now, since we don't really have too many things going on for the general population, for anybody, not just members of our church, we see it's just mostly our live streams here. But yeah, pretty cool. And then we also have our Facebook group. So our groups here, go down Sac Metro. You see how it's private. We do have a private group for our membership because there's sometimes there's just information that pertains just to our membership, and some of it is sensitive topics and information, and we just want to make sure that we have a way to communicate to our members safely and privately. So that's what we have here, and we get most of our engagement in here. Most people are talking, chatting, posting things, and this is like an open forum here. So that's pretty cool. If you're watching this video right now on Facebook, then you are watching from our Facebook group. That's this group right in here. Let's see if I can go there without going too many things. Yeah, it's not showing right now because I am live, but it is. You can see the live there. What I would like to do, just so you guys know, is build out a community page. Sac Metro church community page of some sort, but that will be an open page that we can have either friends or family who are following our church and want to engage with our church, but might not necessarily claim membership in our church, but they still want to engage with us, and we can still talk and share stuff there. I do want to open that up, but I don't want to do that without a team. So if you are interested and you feel pretty confident with using Facebook, I would love to have volunteers that can manage that group and just help grow that group, because it will be comprised of disciples, non-disciples, disciples who used to live here, or people who've passed through that we've met, and they just want to stay up to date and be able to communicate out different things or share different things, like open forum for a community, and be able to grow from there. But it's just a lot when it's just me by my lonesome. So if you are interested in that, let me know, because I would love to open that up, because there's a lot of people, I get a lot of requests to be a part of this Facebook group, and unfortunately I'm trying to protect who comes in. Like you can see, we only have 174 members. We have about a 200 member church here in Sacramento. Because not everyone's on Facebook, and that's fine. But we do want a space where we can reach out into the community and not just stay in this private group for ourselves. So let me know if you are interested in learning, or or want more info of my ideas of what I'm thinking about. But groups are the place to be on Facebook. Facebook wants to be the place where people connect. And actually, I think it was 2017 or 2018, maybe 2019, I don't know. Mark Zuckerberg was actually touring different churches and asking them about community groups. Like what makes your community group, and what tools do churches need to build community, because we are uniquely positioned in a place that Facebook really wants to elevate. And it's not pages and profiles. They want actual interaction between people through comments, through they have those chat rooms now in Facebook where you can live stream and do different things and stories, because they want people to connect. That's part of their mission statement. And so the church is uniquely positioned to be leveraged through these platforms if used correctly. So that's kind of the idea behind why I want to open up a public group that anyone can join, because it will expand our mission field. We'll be able to reach a lot more people, especially that other 755 people who have followed our page, right? They're not able to get into this private group because they're not necessarily members of our church, but maybe they can be, right? Maybe we can find a way to help those people become disciples, or place membership here at the Sac Metro Church, and just continue to build God's church through the digital space. So that's a lot of stuff on Facebook, and but about the contest, or the giveaway for the, let me pull it back up, for the Echo Dot, right? So what I'm gonna be asking people to do is to set their notifications in a certain way, so that you don't miss out any of our content, like these Tutorial Tuesdays, which are awesome. But so in the group, you can do this on the group and the business page. But basically what you would do is you would go to these 3 dots here and manage notifications. Now this is just on desktop, so you're gonna have to find where that's at on your mobile device. On the next episode, maybe I'll show how to do that on your iPhone as well. But you go to manage notifications, and right now, because it's me, I just put highlights. If you guys can either choose highlights or all posts, that will be great. It will basically, every time we put something out, you'll get a notification, or it will show up higher on your on your news feed, and you won't miss any of our content, so that you can help us to engage and grow our digital presence. But also, so you do that there, and you would do that on our business page. Let me go back to that page and view as, where'd it go? Sorry, let me go back. Here we go. So you would go up here in 3 dots again. I think on mobile devices, you would click the like button to do that. But you'll see it says follow settings or notifications. You'll click that and you'll change that there too. So I think it starts at default, but if you can click favorites, you'll see posts higher in your news feed, right? And that's all basically you have to do. And then let us know. You can do it in a comment or leave a message that said, hey, I updated my notifications, and then I will add you to the list to win the drawing to win the Amazon Echo Dot here, which is pretty awesome. So we're giving that away. I think we're gonna do 1 or 2 more episodes on Facebook to get into the nitty gritty of how it all works and stuff like that. And so as we do that, we'll collect more entries. But 1 entry per person will make it fair. We'll also be promoting this on our Sunday service on midweeks, and I'll be sending out reminders. Just fun way to give something back, and then also help us out with the notifications and helping our channel. So thanks for hanging out with us. I think that's gonna be it for this Tutorial Tuesday. And again, I am Chris Pontino, and just grateful that you guys are here with us today and watching this. So share with your friends, your family, and let them know that if they have any questions about Facebook, why we're on Facebook and stuff like that, like why should the church even care about Facebook, this episode kind of answers a lot of that there. Awesome. I see a user there. I am guessing this is Kawana, because you've been hanging out with us every Tuesday, and I appreciate you so much. If you saw in the description, you can even do it right now if you'd like. If you click on that, it's ecam.live, and allow the permissions, and I think that'll work. I think we'll actually get your avatar on there, so we can put you up in here with your name and not as the ghost Facebook user. But yeah, that's it for our Tutorial Tuesday, and hope you guys have a great week, and we'll see you tomorrow for midweek if you are joining us, and if not, we'll see you next week. All right, see ya.